Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Liam Douglas here, and in this video we're talking about the HoverAir X1 drone. So let's go ahead and take a look at this bad boy. We'll open up the box here. And I actually got the HoverAir X1 combo pack, which is the drone along with a dual battery charger and a spare battery. The drone does come in either black or white, and inside the box we have the paperwork for the drone and the instruction manual and a small card. And then of course we have the drone itself, and we also have this little box inside here, box within a box, which contains the carrying bag and the USB cable, which I'm not going to take out at this time. It does charge via USB-C port, which is right here. If you want to charge the battery while it's attached to the drone on the top here, the battery, you just carefully lift it off here. And that is it, and then you just slide it right back in. And as I said, I got the combo kit, so I have two batteries. The spare one is right here in the dual battery charger. Now, this is a folding drone, and this drone actually started out as an Indiegogo project that raised $1.8 million, so quite impressive. And this is the company's second drone in their series, and this one is extremely impressive as far as its capabilities and technology is concerned. Now, it doesn't have GPS or anything like that. It is strictly AI capable. So when you first set it up and pair it with the app, it will hover and it'll lock onto your face, so it recognizes you, and it uses that to judge when it's shooting video. It knows who the subject is. And it is a folding drone, so you can see it's quite a compact design. It is actually small enough that when you fold it up, you could slip it in your back pocket or in a side pocket if you wear cargo pants like I frequently do. And it just unfolds like this. You have the gimbal camera on the front here, of course, and then on the top you have the power button as well as the mode button and the indicator for the different pre-programmed flight modes as well. So it does come pre-configured with flight modes. It has hover, it has orbit, it has follow, it has some other flight modes, bird's eye view, where it'll go up above you and then shoot video straight down on you. And you can also set up custom flight modes as well. Now, all of the pre-programmed flight modes do have default values. So, for example, in the orbit mode, by default, it'll orbit 5 feet away from you and fly in a circle around you. But you can go into the app and you can change the distance that it stages out from you before it does its orbit. The propellers are contained inside these cages on both of the wings, so they're completely sealed off. You don't have to worry about hurting your fingers or anything like that. And this is a drone that takes off and lands in the palm of your hand, so makes that extremely convenient and easy to use. Now, the company that manufactures this, I think their name is 00 Ltd. They call it a flying camera, which is basically what it is. But it does have some fantastic capabilities and characteristics, considering it doesn't have any kind of GPS or anything like that. And it does use mostly pre-programmed flight modes, but with the app you can do some amount of manual flight control, although I didn't play with that at all. I just strictly use the pre-programmed flight modes in my sample clips, which I'll show you here in a moment. I did have a lot of fun with this. I've been trying to get this video shot for the last couple of weeks. I was going to do it last weekend. We had a lot of wind and rain, which kind of spoiled things, and so I wanted to get it done this weekend, and we've had incredibly strong winds, but at least no rain, so I did finally get out today to shoot it, the sample footage of the different flight modes, but it was fairly windy, so the footage may not be as stable as I would like, but it didn't turn out too bad. It does have built-in stabilization, and it is capable of 2.7K video and below, so you can shoot at 2.7K, 1080p, 720p, you know, whatever the case may be. It does do 60p, and I believe you can, I'm not sure, I think you can do some slow motion with it as well in 1080p, or 1080, yeah. in standard HD, but I don't really use it for stuff like that. When I use a drone, I use it mostly for casual stuff. Years ago, I had a DJI Phantom 3 Professional that I used for a lot of other stuff, but I never used it for any paid work, so I ended up trading it in when I got my Fujifilm mirrorless medium format system. But this is an incredibly awesome little drone, and it is very well balanced, well designed. It does a pretty good job of fighting the wind on its own with its own flight characteristics and capabilities, even on a day like today. And we'll go ahead and I'll show you the sample footage now so you can see it for yourself, and then we'll come back and wrap up this video. This first mode that we're using here is just the standard hover mode, and I apologize for the shaky footage. It is kind of windy out here today, but I wanted to get this video done, so we're giving it a try anyways. And of course, being it's windy, it's going to deplete the battery faster than on a nice calm day. Now this is a test of the orbit mode. The standard distance is 5 feet from myself, and it just does a quick orbit around my body, just like my DJI Phantom 3 Professional would do. And you can adjust the distance. Now this flight mode is called zoom out, and the drone actually zooms away. The flight modes can be customized, so you can change the distance. All right, so in this mode, I'm actually having the drone follow me as I walk, and it'll actually follow you as you're riding a bicycle or jogging or whatever the case may be. And of course, again, the footage isn't going to be the most stable, even though it's got stabilization, just because of the fact that the wind is blowing so hard today. But we're going to get what we can, just so we can at least have footage to show you the different modes. So as you can see right now, I'm actually using my iPhone with my DJI microphone, and the HoverAir X1 is actually importing the audio and removing the sound of the engines at the same time. And I'm using what's called the dolly track mode, and basically using the drone as a cameraman. So this is handy if you're a one-man YouTube channel like I am. And I apologize that the drone's kind of moving around quite a bit. It's quite windy out here today, so we definitely are battling the elements, but I wanted to get this video produced and get it released so you guys could check it out, because this is an incredible drone and it has some really great capabilities, and it can be a lot of fun. But as I said, with this dolly mode and the ability to record audio from your smartphone, you can be a one-man YouTube channel, and it's like having your own robot cameraman, which is extremely cool and something that could come in very, very handy. The last pre-programmed flight mode we're attempting is bird's eye. This is going to be tricky on a windy day like this. I hope the drone doesn't end up. We're trying this out at 16 feet to see how well it does. And you see it's coming back down now. All right, so as you saw from the sample clips that I showed you here in the video, you can do some really cool stuff with this video. The pre-programmed flight modes are really amazing. They do come in extremely handy with the follow mode and the orbit and the bird's eye view and the hover. And the dolly track is extremely handy. Like I said in that clip, if you're a one-man YouTube channel like I am, you can basically use this drone as a robot cameraman. And the fact that you can turn on audio within the app and use your smartphone to record the audio, the drone will embed the audio into its video footage and at the same time remove its own engine noise, is extremely impressive. Some people would call it magic. Of course, in this day and age, we know better. It's not magic. It's just really smart AI digital technology to remove the sound of the drone's engines from the footage as it imports the audio, so that you get nice clean video with audio included and no noise from the drone's engines itself. That is quite impressive, and I'm sure it was easy for 00 to do that because of the fact that they knew the exact decibel level range that the engines perform at when the drone is in flight mode. So it'd be fairly easy for them to scrub those decibel ranges out of any video footage when importing audio audio from the smartphone. Now, one of the other video reviews that I watched a gentleman did in the UK on this drone, when he recorded using the dolly track mode and using his smartphone, he was just using the phone's built-in microphone. But I thought it would be better, since I had the DJI wireless microphone system, to plug the wireless USB portion into my iPhone 15 Pro Max and then put one of the microphones magnetically inside my shirt so that I could get better quality audio than he did in his review video. And the audio did turn out considerably better than his did. And I'm not saying that as a knock on him. He just probably didn't have the same kind of setup available at the time he recorded his video that I do. So that's it. That definitely is going to conclude this video. If you want to pick one of these up, I'll have an affiliate link in the description down below. If you want to pick one up, you'll help out the channel. It won't cost you anything extra, but the channel will make, you know, a few cents or $1 on each purchase. It is a very capable and handy drone for the $399 to $499 price tag, depending on whether you get the combo pack or the standard drone by itself with just one battery. And again, they do come in either black or white, so you do have a bit of a color choice there as well. All right, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on all notifications, and I will see you in the next video.